Good morning, students. Today we are going to start lesson number 3, water resources. So first of all, we are going to complete the 3 chapters in geography, then we will start history portion. Hope so, whatever the 3 videos during this week I will send you, you will be ready for the Zoom class. There I will recapitulate the chapter. So student, water resources. So water is one of the natural resource and it can be in the renewable form. But the water is present in a very correct amount, even though it is found at least 71% on the earth surface. But student, we know all the percentage of available water on the earth surface is not accurate and suitable for drinking. That's why it's our duty to save water. So in this chapter we are going to understand about, first of all today, what is the availability of water. It means in which portion of the earth surface the water is available. Okay student, so let's see, we can understand here what is given here. First of all, earth is called a planet. Because of the presence of water only the life is possible on the earth surface. But we have to keep in our mind the all amount of water is not suitable for animals, for human being, as well as for the plant life. So what the scientists have estimated on the earth surface, it means about the water. So we can understand here what is given in the first paragraph. Scientists have estimated that the amount of water on the earth has remained the same in 2 billion years. It constantly circulates in different spheres on the earth through the water cycle in 5 parts, which are evaporation, condensation, precipitation, infiltration and surface runoff. So in this way we can understand this is the water cycle and this is going in on the surface of the earth in the hydrologic cycle. Okay, this is also known as the hydrologic cycle. It means all these kinds of the 5 process, the water is circulating in on the earth surface and in different form we are getting the water. So this also you are aware about it. Now second paragraph, what it is explaining to us, even the water is found in all the 3 forms, like solid also, liquid also and the gas also. It means if you talk about, just now I have explained to you 71% is water available on the earth surface. So if we have in the total estimate about it, so 1400 million cubic kilometer of water is available on the earth. It means total it is 71% what the water is available on the earth. So if you calculate, that is the 1400 million cubic kilometer of water. It means 97% of water is found in the oceans. Okay, that is saline, it means that is salty one and not fit for the human consumptions. Remaining the 3%, okay, 3% also out of 3% there is 2/3 is locked up ice sheet and glaciers. It means which 3% water is remaining, that also not totally suitable for the drinking. It means that is something good and maybe the suitable for the human being, for the plants life, for the animals, but that form is founding in the ice sheets and glaciers. Only 1% fresh water, which is 14 million cubic kilometer. It means out of 1400 million cubic kilometer, only the 14 million cubic kilometer water is available for in the form of rivers, lakes, ponds and the wells, and which is only suitable for drinking. So in this way student, we can understand, even though there is a even abundantly percentage of water available on the earth surface, but as because of the salty percentage more, it means 97% is saline, that is not suitable for anyhow, that is not suitable for any creatures. Okay, we are having the only 1% of the fresh water which is suitable for human being. It means we can understand it is founding in the fresh water, in the form of rivers, lakes, ponds, as well as in the wells also. So by this one we can understand, student, how the water cycle is going or circulating on the earth surface. This we have understood in the first paragraph by the five processes there, and you are already aware about the water cycle. Then second, we came to know about how many percentage of water available on the earth surface and how many is not suitable, and only which part is suitable for all kinds of the fresh water and or we are using in the for our daily use. Now student, we can understand here which area. It means we know if we talk about our country or we talk about the whole world, so water is not available in a proportion in all sides on the earth surface. So there are the some areas where there is the more availability of water and some of the areas where is the less availability of the water, especially if you talk about our country. So if the northern plains upside, northern plains is okay where river is flowing, but upside the area where is Jammu and Kashmir and some parts of the Uttarakhand, and if you talk about Rajasthan, so there is the lack of the water. If we talk about the world other portions, so there we can understand, so which of the areas. So student, we know the equatorial belt, it means where is the equator, they are between the 20° north and 20° south latitude. Okay, this area precipitation exceeds and evaporation transpirations. That's why it means in this area, because this area near the equator, it is hot area. That's why this area is heavily rainfall, and because of rainfall there is the more process of the precipitations. This exceeds evaporation and transpiration. That's why it is the area where is the surplus of water. It means availability of surplus water. So this we can understand here in this diagram, student. Just now I have explained to you where is the equator area. Okay, between the 20° north, you can understand a 0° it is the equator, and 20° it means this area. Okay, tropical regions, this area and this area, this you supposed to be aware, this is tropical region, and here is the more availability of water because this area is too hot and there is the more amount of the water availability. Okay, afterwards when we can understand which area other, it is explaining you the area where is the subtropical regions between 20° north to 20° 40° north and 20° south to 40°. It means after the tropical area, when we are having the subtropical area, it means after 20° from here to at least 40° north side, and same here in the south side, it means at least till here 40°. So both, this is also subtropical, ST, subtropical area. It means this area is tropical zone and this afterwards subtropical zone. Here also the more availability of water, tropical areas, and after subtropical area till 40° only, not this all the area, till 40° north. Okay, till 40°, and here also 40°, there is a more availability of water. That's why this area, but it is not in the comparison of the tropical one. Okay, this you have to be understand about it. So here also some more process of the evaporations, and that only exceeds the precipitations. So there is a something scarcity of water. It means if you talk about, just now I have been explained to you, tropical region because of precipitation exceeds the evaporation, that's why it is. But here is the some different process. Okay, here evaporation exceeds the precipitation, that's why here is a some scarcity of water. So we can understand where the area, it means all the deserts area especially comes under this one, Sahara, okay, Kalahari, Namibia, Arabian, Thar in our country, Gobi, Thar and Gobi both are in the Asia. Okay, Atacama in the West Australian, the subtropical regions of the continent. So student, you have to be understand about this on behalf of the latitudinal lines, how the water is available on the earth surface. The area which comes in the tropical area, there is a more availability of water, but which area comes after the tropical, it means subtropical area, after 22 till 40 degree, both the sides, it means northern side and southern hemisphere, so there is a less, it means the scarcity of the water. In this way we can understand, okay, all the mostly the deserts area that is coming in the subtropical area, so there is scarcity of the water. So I hope so you have understood this point. By this one, you're supposed to be aware about the equatorial, it means where the subtropical, where the equatorial areas. Here also, student, in this map you can understand, this is showing to you by the different color, which is a light one, this is a low, it means here is a very less availability of the water. Okay, where is the dark area, it means the brown one, it is showing the more availability of water. This side we can understand. Okay, then afterwards this brown one, this also, this is showing the high, and this area is showing the medium to high, then this one area is showing to low to medium, and this is the lowest one. Okay, so our country, it is showing the Water Resources Institute note, water stress in the ratio of the water withdrawal to renewable water supply. So no, this is a some different one, it is explaining you how we are water stress in the ratio of water withdrawal to renewable water. So it means from how the different countries they are having the different water stress projection by the countries till 2040 till this condition will come. So it is another one, we have to we can understand this afterward also. First of all, you have to be understand this portion, what is a water resource, how the water resources are available on the earth surface, how many percentage is available that is suitable for drinking water, which area of the on the earth surface is having the surplus water, and where is the scarcity of water. Now distribution of water, so distribution of water means some of the area where is the water is finding on the surface on the earth, and some are underground, it means the groundwater. You can understand student where the surface like the rivers, okay, lakes, streams and ponds, they all are finding on the surface on the earth. So here precipitation is the primary source of fresh water, it means rain, hail, sleet and the snow, what is all the processes have taking the place. That's why the availability of fresh water depends on the amount of rainfall, it means how much rainfall is there accordingly. That's why when there is a rainfall, so there is floods is increasing on the earth surface, and this is happening because of the exceed of the rainwater. In the same way, student, we are getting the groundwater, water which is present below the surface called the groundwater. We extract it by the digging wells and tube wells which are fed by the aquifers. So in this way we can understand the different sources of the underground water, and it is the main source of all the places, especially the human being, they are using the groundwater only. Okay, so at time when the natural discharge of groundwater occurs as spring and seeps which can form oases and wetland or lakes. Nearly one-third the world population gets its supply of water from wells and tube wells. Although soil does filter the water that seeps through the surface to the aquifer to the some extent, yet groundwater is not safe for use without treatment because of the dissolved chemical in it. So we can understand here, it means what the last line is explaining to you. Even though we are having the groundwater, but now it is totally get polluted, because when the human being using the different kinds of the chemical, and when it is going inside there, so anyhow it is mixing, and we in the result we are getting the spoiled groundwater. So it is explaining you about the surface water and the groundwater. So this is distribution. It means you are aware about it. Surface water, you also aware all the natural ones. Groundwater, you are getting the water which is available inside the earth, and we are getting in the different forms, sometimes from the by the digging wells, by the tube wells, and different other sources. So this is known as the water, groundwater. Now student, we can understand what is the problem of water quality. This is the main problem of nowadays for each of the society and for the country, because we are not getting the fresh water. Just now I have been explaining to you, only the 1% of water is available for consumption of the human being, for the animals. Okay, but that is also which we are having the 1%, that is also many things estimated that 80% of all disease in developing countries happen due to the contaminated water. Contaminated means that is a dirty, polluted water. It means whatever the 1% water is suitable for human being, for animals, that is also not totally pure. 80% of disease we are getting from the dirty water only. Okay, like this way, just now only we have talked about the groundwater, that is also polluted by the seepage from the landfills, septic tanks and underground tanks filled with oil, chemicals and hazardous waste dumps. So in this way, student, the different kinds of process where the human being is doing by the different scientific regions, by the industrial process, and different kinds of natural phenomena, and by the human, by the different kinds of activity like the land, septic tanks. Okay, when it is going under the surface of the earth, so we are getting and mixing the groundwater only, and we are getting this. So this is not pure, and drinking water or potable water can be obtained by several purification method. It means we have to be purify the water, then only it is suitable for drinking, like the UV method, distillation, filtration method. Different kinds of the methods are there when the countries are adopting different kinds of things, so that we can stop this all kinds of disease which you are getting from the groundwater. So it is one of the main problem of the water quality. So till then we will not think over it. It will be the great and the one of the dangerous problem for us, for the human being, and in the coming generation it will be totally it will be totally spoiled, and we can't get as one of the even the 1% is available suitable for the drinking water. So this is our duty to keep the water safe, and we supposed to have some kinds of activities by which we can keep it safe and the pure. Now student, this is you have to be on the left hand side on your geography notebook. You have to be, there are many projects in India. Okay, some major river valleys projects in India. So what is the project name? It is given here. First one, like Damodar Valley Corporation. So it is built on the Damodar, and where is the Damodar river? It is given here. States. Okay, so which are the states are coming? So like this, say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So these river projects are given. There are lots of river projects in India, but what is given in your book, you have to be make this slide this table on your notebook. You are interested, if you are willing to make left hand side, otherwise you can make the right hand side. Along with this one, you have to fill the exercise in your book. First one is explaining you about the choose the most appropriate alternative. Okay, in areas of surplus water, here is the precipitation exceeds evaporation. Okay, so you have to be understand, just now only I have explained to you, where is जहाँ पानी ज़्यादा होगा वहाँ पर precipitation exceeds करेगा evaporation को. Where is the scarcity, there evaporation will exceed the precipitation. Then all the methods to purify the water. First river project, you know, Damodar one, just now we have talked here. And water table has fallen drastically because of indiscriminate pumping of water. Then fifth and sixth also you have to be understand. Then this is a match the following, and afterwards true and false. Okay, so in this way you have to understand. Okay, this is true and false. First one, groundwater get polluted by seepage from the landfill. So this you have to fill. So it will be true. Okay, I think this is left, so you can put the true here. We'll talk afterwards also. For today this much only. I hope so. Whatever we have talked, you will go through, you will understand about it, what where is the water availability, then which areas are the surplus and the scarcity of the water, how is the distribution of water, and what's the main problem, the water quality. Okay, so hope so you will understand and you will do the work. So thank